Hello everyone, this is another sermon video I want to make, and this is in response to a request. I'm going to do the best I can on it. Of course I am, that's what I always try to do, but I'm going to be in 1 Timothy 3, 1 through 7, I believe it is, in the King James Version of the Bible, and then I'm going to read, a couple of more places. I had a request about an elder. So I want to do what I can here in, like I said, 1 Timothy 3, 1 through 7. This is a true saying, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. A bishop must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behaviour, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must have a good report of them that are without, lest he fall into the reproach and the snare of the devil. This said, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth the good work. Some people I've heard talk about an elder or a ministry or the offices or whatever, and they said maybe they didn't think so much you should desire them. But this said, if you desire the office of a bishop, you desire a good work. I think it's sort of like Moses when he came to the burning bush. He was afraid of it, but he was attracted to it. And he wanted to walk away. He was so afraid, but he kept turning back to look at it because he was attracted to it. I think that's the way this is. Maybe we don't consider the graveness and the responsibility of the office, but I think that's how we get most things that we get is through desire. Said he must be blameless. A bishop must be blameless. Not that he won't get blamed, but that he should, whatever he's been accused of won't be true. I think about these Supreme Court justices. They nominate them, and they look like they're going to be a sure thing to win, to be put in that office, put in that position. But then they start dragging up this dirt, and so it has to be a good man. The good cannot be evil spoken of. Husband of one wife. There's a little different way of looking at that in our. Some people think that if they've died and their wife, if they're married and their wife dies, then that disqualifies them for being elder. I don't personally feel that way, but if you do, I respect your position. But vigilant, he said, must be blameless, vigilant. That's keeping a careful watch for possible dangers or difficulties. He needs to be a hedge. He needs to fill the gap, like watching out for his children in traffic, on the street. He needs to be the fence around, protected. Sober, vigilant, sober. When I first became a child of God, I was talking to another child of God that was older, wiser, and I said, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do nothing that the Lord's not in. I want to be sober, yada, yada, etc., etc. And he stopped me and he said, it's just as much in not doing what the Lord wants you to do as doing what he don't want you doing. So we look at it all to one tilt, that we don't want to do nothing he's not in, but we surely want to do what he is in. Good behavior, that's sober and of good behavior, given to hospitality, and I've already shared with you that our church, that's one of our things that we stress is hospitality. apt to teach. He needs to be teachable and be able to teach. And he must speak the truth in love. I've noticed. I remember back when I was young in the Lord, and I sat around people that were older in the Lord than I was. I dared not speak. I listened, because you could listen. He said, "If any man hath if any man hath an ear, let him hear." You learn more listening. Seems like there's some young people, brothers, they want to maybe share what they know, and I can understand that, but I think you ought to listen a good deal at first. Not a novice, so that's where a novice comes in. Too is, and I think that a man that's older, he realizes that there's nothing for him to take credit of. He knows where things is coming from. It said, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker. He participates. He don't sit over and sulk. This is the way I feel about it. Some people think the no striker is this way, but he's going to talk about a brawler, and I think that's where he covers that at. But he's not on strike. If something doesn't go his way, he just keeps on working. Not greedy of filthy lucre. Certainly that's not why you are working for the Lord. But patient, not a brawler. Not somebody that everybody got a tippy toe around. Afraid they're going to set you off. Not covetous. One that ruleth his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. Let's see. And then in Titus 1, 6 through 9 says, if any man be blameless, the husband of one wife, having faithful children, not accused of riot or unruly, for a bishop must be blameless as the steward of God, not self-willed, not soon angry. I did a video on the danger of anger. You can't be a man that just be set off by anything. No striker, not given to filthy look, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word, as he has been taught, that he may be able to, by sound doctrine, both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. An elder, he's watching out for the flock. If a person claims to be an elder, I think we'll know it. I don't think one's going to come out of left field. I think a young man, he told him to have a pattern of good works. I think that he'll be looking towards that one day. That's his, where he's trying to get to, is to be an elder. And like I say, and if I had a white mule and I put black stripes on it, do I have a zebra? No, I don't. If I take a black horse and put a black mule and put white stripes on it, do I have a zebra? No, I do not. If you say that you're an elder and you have the same right with me, if I say I'm one, we need to see stripes. 1 Peter 5, 1 through 7 says, the elders which are among you, I exhort, whom also an elder, a witness of the sufferings of Christ and the partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of God which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, and neither being lords over God's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourself unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. Humility, sometimes I'll ask my wife, does this go with this, or does that go with that? Humility looks good with anything, if you're clothed with humility. For God resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. So the elders are very important office in the church. I know one place. I believe it was Paul said he was an apostle and a servant, something like that. So we're all servants, and you have to earn your stripes, and it talks about one who desires it. He aspires to that office. He wants to be. He looks to be that. His goal, his end goal, is to be that. He's above reproach. Not that he can't be accused, but he'll be blameless. He lives in a way that there be no cause for others to think badly of the church or faith of the Lord because of him. He's got self-control. He's got hospitality. He's a gentle man. It said the wisdom that comes from above is first pure, peaceful, gentle, easy to be entreated. Let me turn over here and read it. But the wisdom is from above is first pure and peaceful, gentle, easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace in them that make peace. I think an elder, he don't have to know all the answers right away, but I believe I would prefer if somebody came to an older child of God or elder, he must be able to keep things in confidence. He don't need to destroy it all over the country, or he don't. And I sold a parking. I used to work for Schwartz Industries, and I sold a parking lot sweeper to a man in the Detroit area, and he bought the sweeper, and he signed a contract. We was on the way. He was driving the sweeper, and he was taking me to the motel. I was going to catch a taxi to the airport and come home, which I did. And as we drove along, almost to the motel, he said, "Dale, I want to ask you a question about the sweeper." I said, "Okay." I don't remember what the first question was. He asked me the question. I did not know the answer. I know I should have known the answer. I'm not mechanically minded. I shouldn't have even tried to been in that position. But he said, "How does it do?" I said, "I don't know." We got on a little further. He asked me another question. I don't know what that question was either. But I said, "I don't know." And finally, I remember the third question he asked me. He said, "What about the hydraulics on this unit?" And I said, "I don't know." And he was disgusted with that answer. I could see it in his face. I thought, well, he's liable to tear this contract up. And he said, "You know what?" Said, "You either the most honest man that I've ever met in my life, or you either the biggest con artist." And I said, what did I tell him? I told him that what he saw was what he got. I am what I am kind of answer. I don't remember exact words now. I've said it on another video, but right this very minute, I can't remember exactly. And I said, if I know the answer, I say that I know. If I don't know the answer, I say I don't know. So I got home. I'd been home about 30 days, and they told me this man was on the phone. I was at Schwartz, and I answered the phone, and he said, he talked just small talk for 20 minutes. And I thought, well, he's called. Whenever I went and answered the phone, I thought he's needing a broom. He's tore the machine up. He's needing a loaner. You know how you do, think the worst. And he talked, and he didn't ask for nothing. And about the end of 30 minutes, he said, "Dale, would you do me a favor?" And I thought, well, here it comes. This is it now. So I said, "I'll do the best I can." And he said, "Would you pray for me?" I said, "Yeah." I was relieved. Could do that very easily. And I still do pray for the man. And that's been probably 15 years ago. And in a little bit, he said, "Dale, could I ask you another favor?" And I thought, okay. He didn't ask me for a broom or a loaner, But this is it. Here it comes. I said, I'll do the best I can. He said, could you pray for my wife? Well, that's what I say, brothers. If a younger child of God comes to you and you know, tell them. If you don't know, say, I don't know. Don't ad-lib. Just tell what you know. You might tell them, that's frequently what I do is I tell them I don't know, but I'll try to get back with you. I had a brother I love dear. He asked me about a scripture. I looked at it. I'm still tossing around in my mind, but it's been several days, and I thought, well, I don't want him to think that I don't care, that I just brushed aside what he said. So I called and I left him a message and told him that I still didn't have the answer yet. If you know, say you know. If you don't, say that too. I've enjoyed trying to get this to you. I hope this is what the brother had in mind that asked for this. I'm going to give you my phone number, 256-508-4410. And if you need me, call me. If I don't get back to you right then, I will as soon as I can. And if I don't answer, would you please leave me a message? I care about you. I care about you very much. And I was doing this to try to help you out. And if you need anything, just let me know.